Hello guys, my name is Mikala Varshit Reddy, pursuing my BTech at Institute of Aeronautical Engineering at Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, a lead branch of Computer Science and Engineering. Today we are going to be discussing about the income elasticity of poverty line. Uh, Before we dive into the video, uh, let us have a quick introduction about this topic. And then dive deep into this video. So, this presentation mainly examines the income elasticity of poverty line, outlining key concepts, factors influencing income elasticity, and their implication for poverty analysis. Income elasticity measures how sensitive the demand for goods is when consumer income changes, which is in understanding how shifts in economic affect low-income households. Analyzing these concepts help uh, policymakers create targeted strategies to elevate poverty and improve living standards. So, first we are going to be discussing about income elasticity. So, before diving, what and how is income elasticity? Let me define you what income elasticity actually means. Income elasticity measures how quantity demanded of a good changes in response to a change in consumer income. For instance, if consumer income rises, the demand of luxury goods tends to increase more than for essential goods, which may have a subtle demand regardless of income fluctuations. This metric is essential for businesses and economists as it helps in predicting consumer behavior, enabling in predicting consumer behavior, enabling better inventory management and pricing strategies. So, as I said earlier, so what happens is, let me actually share with you a basic case study of Zimbabwe, where in Zimbabwe, to enhance the economic conditions of the state, what the government has done is it actually, started freely giving out money to citizens. Uh, So what happens was, what happened was the demand for high luxurious brands like cars, uh, basic food supplies like bread, and cost of seats were also increased. So you can imagine what is the effect of rising of the income is on the household goods. So let us also discuss how income elasticity affects the actual effects. Several factors can influence income elasticity, including consumer preferences, the necessity of product income levels, and economic conditions. For example, in times of economic growth, consumers may prioritize spending on luxurious items, leading to higher income elasticity for goods. Conversely, during economic downturns, even necessities might show reduced demand elasticity as consumers cut back on spending, highlighting the importance of context in understanding consumer behavior. So, let me give you a small example on these factors. So, recently, let us assume, see, recently petrol prices are very high. Recently, petrol prices were very high. So that what happened is in maybe 2066, maybe uh, in 2066, uh, electrical vehicles shall rule this. rule this industrial era and the transportation era also. In this way, the demand of petrol also decreases, and also decreases. Why, you might ask? See, the manufacturing of the petrol vehicles like cars and bikes also shall be disappeared in few years with the advancement of the electrical vehicles, etc. So what happens is, as the demand increases, the price of the product also increases. This is what the core point and core factor of income elasticity. See, in Great Depression also, a loaf of bread is also costed too much. But as the income started, as the economy started improving, the bread prices were steadily decreased in certain point that anyone can afford a bread. So, uh, you might ask, what is a poverty line? So, the poverty line is a threshold that determines the minimum income required to maintain a basic standard of living. It varies by country and region and is often adjusted for inflation and geographical differences. Understanding this line is crucial because it not only provides a benchmark and for policymakers to identify those in need, but also helps in allocation to resources and aid guiding economic policies to effectively target poverty elevations efforts and improving social welfare. So this was the uh, review conducted by the researchers of this paper. So uh, this is a detailed economics and statistics. Basically, a regression was used in mathematical calculations. So what happened is, so you can see the form of equation. This was per capita disposable income, and it establishes a relationship between all the factors and the elasticity. See, what happens is, when income concept is measured and the form is linear, then what happens is the elasticity was drastically increased. You can see 31 to 89. And also, if the equation of the income, see, this equations are nothing but you can see in the graph linear supposed to this one where linear can be y equal to x. This is the equation, but the double log equation is similar. The double log equation, wait a second. The double log equation can be something like, like this. Yeah, this is the plotting of double log equation in the graph. So the reviewing community basically visualizes the graphs like this, and elasticity is measured regularly. So in double log cases, there is a drastic increase in elasticity. So global poverty lines differ across countries due to variations in economic conditions, cost of living, and so societal norms. For instance, while World Bank sets international poverty lines, local variations often provide a more nuanced understanding of economic realities in high cost cities. The poverty line may be much higher than in rural areas, affecting how income elasticity is evaluated. This discrepancy influences the target policies aimed at reducing poverty and improving economic conditions in different regions. As I said earlier, poverty line has a crucial impact on income elasticity as it affects consumer behavior. Individuals below the poverty line prioritizes essential goods, showing low income elasticity since their demands does not significantly fluctuate with income changes. In contrast, high income consumers display more elastic demands for luxury items, responding more dramatically to income increases. Understanding these differences is vital for policymakers aiming to design effective poverty elevation strategies that consider varying consumption patterns. So, let us conclude this topic. Understanding the income elasticity of poverty line is vital for formulating effective economic policy. It provides insights into how shifts in economic levels impact the demand for goods, especially among different socioeconomic groups. Policymakers can utilize this knowledge to tailor interventions for poverty elevations and stimulate economic growth effectively. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you for sticking with me for this presentation. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.